Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to my flight review video. So at the moment the tripod isn't set it up, so that's why I have to hold my camera while I'm recording. So let's just start talking about Lufthansa Airlines. So this year I went to Istanbul with Lufthansa Airlines. I tried my level best to convince my parents to go with Turkish Airlines. However, gone to Lufthansa. But let's talk about the airline itself. So airline, can't say much. For short haul, I didn't quite like it. There was no in-flight entertainment. I did even request for a Muslim meal as well. Like God knows how many times I've been, getting it confirmed. But I was told, the Muslim meal, they've confirmed it. It was on the system as well. But when I was flying from Frankfurt to Istanbul, they had no list of Muslim meals, even though there were some Muslims in the flight as well. So that was the disappointing part, I'm not gonna lie. Coming on flight from Birmingham to Frankfurt, aircraft was really old. It was the Airbus A319-100, legit old. But the perks was, it was a dead flight. So when I said that, it was such a quiet flight that I was the first one to board, so I should have recorded that. I don't know why I didn't. Second, I could sit anywhere we want. So, I would say the way I paid for my seats, I don't know if that gone to waste or not. I'm not too sure. Partially it did, partially it didn't. And so it was actually a really quiet flight. Then obviously it was a good flight. I want to say it was the best. Obviously there was no entertainment, didn't get to do much, and obviously I was served by snacks and just a small snack because it is a short flight from Birmingham to Germany. Then landing at Frankfurt airport, felt really good because I remember back in the days, like early 19s, when I had my connecting flight, or I think I was actually in Germany when I flew from Frankfurt to London Heathrow with British Airways 757-2300 it was. Now I still remember from my other videos. And obviously to me everything's new, but I didn't get to explore the airport itself because I didn't have that much time to explore the airport, the duty free, because I had to go for my next flight. And I would say I've seen the glimpse, quite like the Frankfurt airport. It was quite busy airport itself. Then we got into a flight from Frankfurt to Istanbul. Flight was packed, full. And it was the Airbus A320Sharklets. So it was that aircraft. And with that flight, the only disappointing part was there was no Muslim meal, so which means that I only had to eat bread and had chocolate and drink really. That's it. Nothing I could eat at all. And obviously I had like passengers next to me who were like, Muslim Indians as well, so that's how it was. And then it was a nice flight. I must say, with the smaller aircraft, I never felt that kind of I'm just thinking of a word, the turbulence. So with the bigger aircraft, when they take off, you don't feel the turbulence straight away. Like from my experience, I felt the turbulence most likely from flying over the Turkey airbase when I first got to Pakistan, and when I was coming back, I felt the turbulence somewhere about Pakistan. I did. But this one, because obviously it was both smaller aircrafts, and I felt it straight away. But the one I really felt was from Frankfurt to Istanbul. So I felt the turbulence, the way I felt it, I felt like it was my last flight. Could say last flight, yeah. I wasn't scared, but that's how I felt really, actually. And coming on to Istanbul, same airport, got to see so many Turkish birds around there, as in the aircraft, not the kilo itself. Alright, so that's one part done from Birmingham to Turkey. Now let's talk about from Turkey to UK. So my flight from Istanbul to Frankfurt, check-in desk, they were quite late. The staff itself really, although we was there early, I was there early as well, but they were quite late. And so what happened was, luckily we were served halal food, because obviously Turkey is a Muslim country, so they would cater halal food anyway, unless if somebody requests for a food of their choice. And then I got into a plane, and what happened was, like, somebody was sitting on my seat. So luckily I had my boarding pass, and I told the passenger itself, like, look, you're sitting on my seat, you are. And then obviously I came out and I took my seat back. I'm like, your window seat is only for me, especially with the wing view. That's it. And then, like, obviously enjoying my view. Obviously I think we took off a little bit late, not too late, because obviously as Istanbul airport is a busy airport as well. So if you could imagine. But this is like my second time I nearly missed my flight. So as soon as we landed at Frankfurt airport, as you can see from my video, the pilot had to stop the plane, because what happened was, there was a passenger who stood up and started to take his luggages out. So the pilot did a very best job, and I believe every pilot should just do that. So this passenger got up, and the pilot, he just stopped taxiing the aircraft, and he said that he wouldn't taxi onto the passenger. This is it. Passenger did kind of slightly tripped over, and I was like, haha, serves him right. And then obviously we started taxiing to the gate, but I don't know why there was cops as well, don't know the reason why. But then I nearly missed my flight, I did, I'm not gonna lie. It was just, I don't know what to say about it. But there was actually 2 flights that were going to be missed, Manchester one and from me to Birmingham. So I nearly missed the flight, and somehow we made it. So my sister got there before us, because obviously I have my backpack. In my backpack I have my gadget stuffs, my mag, my cameras, my chargers and whatnot. So obviously I have to take that out, put them in. That was time, really. And this other passenger was wasting the time as well. So yeah, what happened was, after that, quickly got into a plane. Luckily it was not packed, so I got into my seat again. And then from Frankfurt to Birmingham, I would say I didn't realize we got to Birmingham really quick. It was that kind of a flight. It's just like you sit in the plane and you don't realize when you fly with the English channel, and then you just enter in the UK. It was just like that. I didn't feel it at all. That's how it was. But I truly believe Lufthansa being a 5-star airline, and I believe they should retire the old planes. They should have info entertainment systems in the new aircraft, such as the Sharklets of A320s and the news. They need to have it, no matter what. I mean, like, some passengers might get bored and some might not. I was okay, because obviously I had a passenger next to me who and I was having a conversation. We were just talking, so kill the time off. But airline, international like Lufthansa, 5-star, they need to do it. Fair play, they provide 5-star service for first to business class passengers, but mainly they got it for first class. But they should start doing with the, with the narrow body aircraft as well. So yeah, that's about the flight review video from me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon.